The friendly question, that's a trap. You're walking home on an ordinary evening. Maybe you've just left the shop. Maybe you're heading back from a friend's and then you hear it. "Excuse me, mate. Got a minute?" Two officers. Calm, friendly, one of them smiling. Your stomach tightens, but you tell yourself, it's fine, you'll be polite, you'll cooperate, you'll be on your way in 2 minutes. The officer steps in a little closer, glances at your bag, and asks you something that sounds like the most harmless question in the world. "Do you mind if I have a quick look in your bag?" And right there in that one friendly little question is a trap. A trap that has cost ordinary innocent people in this country their evening, their dignity, and sometimes a whole lot worse. And they walked straight into it with a single word. Because here is the truth that almost nobody tells you. When an officer asks your permission to search you, it is very often a sign that he cannot search you without it. That question is not politeness, it is a tactic. And the one word most people say back, "Yeah, sure, I've got nothing to hide," hands him the only thing he was actually fishing for. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to give you one sentence. One single sentence. It's calm. It's completely legal. And it shuts this trap before it can close without making you look like you've got something to hide. I'll show you the exact UK law that backs it up word for word. And stay with me to the end because there is a second thing the officer says right after this one. The line he uses when you don't just roll over. And that follow-up is the real trap. It's the one that catches even the people who are sure they already know their rights. I'm Oliver Bennett. For 15, who I am years, I defended people in police stations and courtrooms across England and Wales. And on this channel, I break down exactly what to say and what not to say when the police stop you using the real law so that when it happens to you, you're the one in control. And let me be clear right at the start. I'm not here to tell you the police are the enemy. Most officers are decent people doing a hard, often thankless job. I'm here for the moments that involve the few who are fishing so that when one of them turns to you, you know exactly where the line is. Quick note before we go further. This is legal education for England and Wales, not legal advice. And I'm not your solicitor. For your own situation, speak to a qualified one. Right, let me show you what that friendly little question really is. Here's what a good solicitor would tell you the second you describe this scene. They tell you why he's asking, it means he has no grounds. That, "Do you mind if I have a look?" is not a question. It's a tool. Think about it for a second. To search you in this country, a police officer needs a power and he needs grounds. Under Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, he can search you if he has reasonable grounds to suspect you're carrying something stolen or prohibited. A weapon, say. Under the Misuse of Drugs Act, he can search you if he has reasonable grounds to suspect drugs. If he has those grounds, he does not need your permission. He doesn't ask, "Do you mind?" He tells you he's detaining you for a search, and he searches you. So when an officer stops, softens his voice, and asks if you'd mind, listen closely because he is very often telling you something without meaning to. He's telling you he doesn't have the grounds. If he did, he wouldn't be asking. He'd be doing the question, is a door he's hoping you'll open for him, because the law won't. And here is the part that catches good, honest people, the ones with genuinely nothing to hide. They think saying yes makes them look cooperative. They think saying no makes them look guilty. So they say, "Yeah, of course, go ahead." And in that instant, they've handed away the one protection the law gave them. Because the moment you consent, it doesn't matter that he had no grounds. You gave him permission, and permission is all he needed. A search you could have declined is now a search you agreed to. So understand this clearly. Refusing a voluntary search is not a crime. It is not evidence of guilt, and it is not by itself a reason for him to search you anyway. Declining is simply you keeping the door shut that the law says you are allowed to keep shut. And I want to take the fear out of why honest people say, "Yeah, sure this," because the fear is the whole tactic. The reason a friendly voice works better than an aggressive one is simple. Aggression makes people defensive and quiet, but friendliness makes people want to please. You don't want to be difficult. You don't want to look like you think you're better than him, or like you've watched too many videos online. So you override your own instinct and you say yes to a man you would never, in any other situation on earth, let rummage through your bag. Understand that the politeness is,